Welcome to game week 26 of the Fish Sports Marble Race Premier League. We have 11 games for you today, 11, because I may have messed up last week, but we'll start with this first week's game week 26 games. We'll start with Leicester City versus Brentford, Everton versus Man United, Arsenal versus West Ham, Bournemouth versus Wolves, Fulham versus Crystal Palace, Ipswich Town versus Tottenham, Southampton versus Brighton, Aston Villa versus Chelsea, Newcastle United versus Nottingham Forest, Man City versus Liverpool, and the final game that should have been the last game of game week 25, apologies, is Aston Villa versus Liverpool. At the end of last week, we had Aston Villa 4 points clear of Liverpool, a further point clear of Chelsea, and a further 3 points clear of Arsenal. At the bottom of the table, we were seeing Southampton well and truly cut adrift, Leicester losing ground, and Ipswich still intact, or still in touch even, with Bournemouth and Everton, while Newcastle, while winning last week, are still only 4 points clear themselves. Anyway, let's crack on with game week 26 plus 1. Match 1 of game week 26 sees Leicester City at home to Brentford. Leicester 7 points adrift of safety in this opening game of opening match of game week 26. They need a win, 7 points adrift with 13 games left. It's not looking good for the Foxes. The Bees, however, Brentford currently just 2 points off the top 5 somehow, God knows how, and they are, oh my word, they're annihilating this course. This is not good for Leicester. Leicester needed some points from this one. Brentford already with 3 through at this point. Can that Leicester marble cause some kind of like miracle and get through here? Best they're going to get is a draw at this by the look of it, because there's so many Brentford marbles down, and we know this course, this tier 4 course for the lesser teams is a struggle to get through, and if one of these guys gets through early, Leicester are in real trouble. Leicester need to blag their way through this one. They've got the first goal. Brentford have not drawn a game all season in 25 games. Will they draw this one? Oh, another Leicester marble's come through. What is going on here? It's 1-1. It's going to be 1-1. It is indeed. Brentford get their first draw in game week 26. This one finishes Leicester 1, Brentford 1. Match 2 of game week 26 sees Everton at home to Man United. Everton with just 1 win in their last 16 games. United with 5 wins out of their last 7 in the Marble Race Premier League, and unbeaten in all those 7 games as well, 2 draws as well. United flying high in the Marble Race Premier League in 5th right now. Everton just 2 points off the relegation zone. They are struggling. They need some wins. Ipswich Town look like the only team who can now possibly knock them out of the league at the moment. Leicester still 6 points adrift of the relegation zone, of the safety zone. They've played today already with their draw at home against Brentford. But can Everton blag something here and get themselves a bit of a gap? They may. There's an early goal there for Everton. Everton seem to just about do enough when they need to in this league. But will they get through this one? There's quite a lot of Man United balls coming down here. It's 1-1 at the moment. There's not long left. Was there time for any of these to get through? No, there isn't. Another 1-1 draw. This one finishes Everton 1, Man United 1. Not a great result for either team here. Match 3 of game week 26 is Arsenal at home to West Ham. Arsenal 8 points adrift of Aston Villa in first at the moment. They need to get the pressure at the top. They are the first team in the top 4 to play this week, so a win here would put the pressure on everyone else. But West Ham wow, this marble's flowing down the course. Skipped the first 2 obstacles like they were nothing. They've got a little bit hooked up here. Can Arsenal make some ground? They've made some progress again. They've got back into the game here. A much needed 3 points would do Arsenal the world of good here, to keep that pressure on, keep them within 5 points at least before the top 3 teams play anyway. But this is not looking good for Arsenal. There's 2 West Ham marbles here and 1 Arsenal marble. Should this go the right way? It hasn't, luckily for Arsenal. They need to drop the right way. Arsenal could be in a little bit of trouble here. There are a lot more West Ham marbles coming down this course than Arsenal. There's a few more now, but this is not looking great, I'll be honest, at the moment. Oh, okay. This is 1-1, it's 2-1 West Ham. Arsenal could suffer a shock home defeat here. This is not looking good for the Gunners at all. It's 3-1. It's 3-2 to West Ham. This is an absolute nightmare for Arsenal. Awful home defeat. That could be their title hopes done. Match 4 of game week 26 is Bournemouth at home to Wolves. Bournemouth currently 2 points outside the relegation zone. A win here would get them 5 points clear before Ipswich, who are in that final relegation spot, play this week. While Wolves, a win for them would put them back up to 5th, at least for the time being. In fact, they would stay there if they can win this one for this week. As the teams got them all played, no one else could overtake them if they were to get a win here. So massively big game for Wolves. Top 5 is ahead of an effort for them this season if they can stay anywhere near there. Obviously, real life Premier League, not so good for Wolves, but Marble Race Premier League, they are smashing it. Almost like Bournemouth and Wolves in this are the reverse of the real life Bournemouth and Wolves. But Wolves with the early goal here. Bournemouth, can they get back in this game? There are no marbles even coming down the course. They need some quickly to get down this. They might make it an equaliser. It's another 1-1 draw this week. It's going to be a third 1-1 draw in 4 games. What's going on this week? This one finishes Bournemouth 1, Wolves 1. Match 5 of game week 26 sees Fulham at home to Crystal Palace. Fulham currently sitting in 9th place in the league on 36 points. Palace in 10th place on 35 points. A mid-table battle here. Both these teams should be safe this season already. But can either of these teams push for a surprising top 5 spot in the Marble Race Premier League? A win here for Fulham would get them joint 5th. A win here for Palace would get them up to 6th. So these two teams are flying pretty high, to be fair, this season with a win. Or will we get our 4th 1-1 draw in 5 games of this game week, which has been very weird so far. We never get many draws. This week, it's been very draw-heavy so far. It's been very strange. But what will this game bring? Will either of these teams make a weird charge for the top 5, which would be odd beyond belief for 2-7 Marble teams? At Fulham with the early goal there. This one's going to surely be an equaliser, isn't it? It's 1-1. Oh, it's 2-1 to Fulham. It's a matter of seconds left. There's no seconds left at all now. A good home win here for Fulham. This one finishes Fulham 2, Crystal Palace 1. Fulham move up to joint 5th. Match 6 of game week 26 sees Ipswich Town at home to Tottenham. Big match, especially for Ipswich here, with Bournemouth and Everton above them, both picking up a point this week. A win here for Ipswich would get them joint level on points with both these teams. Defeat leaves them 3 points adrift and will have them with the worst goal difference as well. Or even a draw would leave them still 2 points adrift of safety. Can they pull off a surprise win here? Spurs! One of the most unpredictable teams of this league this season. You never know what you're going to get with them. They're currently sitting in about 11th spot. A win here would get them up to 7th, I believe, which would be weird for a team who've been so poor from the majority of the season. But this is interesting because this is, as we said before, this tier 4 low league or lower teams in the league course normally causes problems for marbles getting down the course. We've somehow got 4 of the 6 Ipswich marbles are down here already, and just 1 Spurs. There are 9 Spurs marbles in this. There are 6 Ipswich marbles, and we've got 4 Ipswich marbles down here. Spurs gonna get undone yet again. There's so many Ipswich marbles down here. It's 2-0 Ipswich. It's 3-0 Ipswich. Spurs, what is wrong with you guys? This is an absolute pasting. Goal difference wise, this is amazing as well for Ipswich. This one finishes Ipswich Town 3, Tottenham Hotspur 0. Ipswich out of the relegation zone on goal difference. Bournemouth back into 18th. Match 7 of game week 26 sees Southampton at home to Brighton. Southampton now 13 points adrift of the safety zone. Bournemouth and Everton picking up points this week. Ipswich with a win. Leicester losing, but Leicester are only 1 place above them. Southampton need an almighty run of form that doesn't look like coming this season to get anywhere near that 17th spot they need to stay safe in the Marble Race Premier League. It's not looking good for them. They had an awful season. It's just been like that week after week after week. Can they blag one here? Oh no. Brighton have got 2 marbles through already. It looks like another defeat for Southampton already at this early stage in this match. Brighton, however, with a win. Brighton have been dropping down the league pretty worryingly. They are currently 3 points off the relegation zone. I don't think that's going to be the case for much longer because, as per I think the previous week, Southampton have no marbles down here at all. They are so lacklustre in front of goal, this team, for some reason. They cannot score goals. They cannot get down the courses at all. They've got the same number of marbles as Leicester, as Ipswich, as Nottingham Forest, who are all doing significantly better than them. But so far, no Brighton marbles have made it through this first part of the course. There's so many Brighton marbles. This could be a pasting. It's 1-0 Brighton. There's 1 Southampton marble there I thought I saw. They need to get through this course. I thought they got through there. It's 1-1. Can they squeeze a point at least? Oh, we're going to have to VAR check that one. That was close. I think Brighton squeezed one in the end to break Southampton hearts yet again. I think this one finishes Southampton 1, Brighton 2, but we'll VAR check that one immediately. VAR confirms that Brighton missed out on that winner by the merest of fractions. This one finishes Southampton 1, Brighton 1. Match 8 of game week 26, and it's a big one. It's Aston Villa versus Chelsea. Villa currently 4 points clear at the top of the league in the Marble Race Premier League. Chelsea 5 points behind them. They've had a great season, Chelsea, but they've only picked up 2 points from their last 4 games. Villa on a 6-game winning streak are on fire here. If this one was to go Aston Villa's way and they were to win this one, it would mean that Chelsea would be a whopping 8 points behind them with just 12 games left. Chelsea have got to win this game, you would think, to keep their title hopes alive at this point, because Villa are on fire right now. Anyway, this Villa marbles onto the 3rd obstacle already. Chelsea need to fly down this course. They cannot afford to lose. A draw would not be awful, but they cannot afford to lose this game. They've got to get at least a point to keep themselves close to this Villa team. And Villa have got straight through the bottom obstacle. This is problems here for Chelsea. They've got marbles galore here. Can any of them make it down? They've got to make it quickly. Can they make it down the course? They've got to make it. It's 1-1. That might be crucial at the end of the season. It's another 1-1 draw this week. That's draw number 5 this week. 1-1 draw number 5. This one finishes Aston Villa 1, Chelsea 1. Match 9 of Game Week 26, and it's another big one. It's Newcastle United versus Nottingham Forest. Newcastle with a surprise win away at Man City last week, just as well they got that win, because they hadn't. Right now they'd be 2 points adrift in the relegation zone. They are really up against it, and with Bournemouth and Ipswich and Everton all getting points below them this week in the Premier League, in the Marble Race Premier League, they are currently 1 point clear of the relegation zone. Forest, however, had made a good start to the season. They themselves are only 3 points clear of the relegation zone now, so this is huge for both teams here. Both needing points, because that gap at the bottom to both of them is closing up fast. And there's two come. Oh, and Newcastle marbles shot through under the third part of the obstacle. There's a lot more Newcastle marbles coming down than there are Forest right now. Newcastle with a win here would really do themselves the world of good. They still would be far from safe, but they really need this. But this is going to be a close one, because there are marbles of both teams at the bottom. It's all about good fortune now. Who's going to have the luck? Surely Newcastle will get one across the line. They will. It's 1-1. This is going to be tense. This is squeaky bum time of both teams. It's 2-1 Newcastle. Can they hold on? It's 3-1 Newcastle. Surely they can hold on now. They are indeed. Back-to-back wins for Newcastle for the first time in what is seemingly forever. This one finishes Newcastle 3, Nottingham Forest 1. A fantastic win for Newcastle United again. Match 10 of Game Week 26 should be a massive match. It's between two title rivals, or what should be title rivals, two 11 marble teams. It's Manchester City at home versus Liverpool. We all know Man City in real life haven't had a great season, and in the Marble Race Premier League they've had an even worse season. They are currently somehow 4 points off the relegation zone, but equally only 6 points off the top 5. It's a weird season for them. So a win here would propel them up a few places and get them a bit closer to that top 5. Defeat, however, would have them looking over their shoulders a little bit, but unlikely they're going to get relegated, let's be honest. Liverpool, on the other hand, are currently 5 points off the top spot, and with Chelsea and Villa drawing this week, and therefore Villa dropping 2 points at the top, Liverpool could get within 2 points of that top spot that Villa are currently holding if they can get a victory here. But will Man City throw a spanner in the works? This is going to be... Oh, Liverpool with the first goal. They're on a great deal of marbles coming down here. Those Man City marbles are going to have to get a real move on if they're going to get down to the bottom in time. They might just do it. This could be... Oh, they're going to take points off Liverpool. Are they? No! Liverpool, the late winner. That could be crucial at the end of the season. Again, some last-minute goals could really be changing the top half of the top of the table this week. This one finishes Man City 1, Liverpool 2. Liverpool back within 2 points of top spot yet again. Match 11 of Game Week 26 that should have been Game Week 25, apologies, is the top of the table clash now between Aston Villa and Liverpool. Aston Villa at home in this one. They are currently 2 points clear of Liverpool. This match is massive. A win here for Villa would put them 5 points clear of Liverpool. And it would, and well clear everyone else. We'll put them 8 points clear everyone else. Obviously, these two guys will have played an extra game as a result of this, though. So now, in theory, the league goes out of sync. But, you know, that's how it is with the match weeks with the FPL. We've got to go in sync with them, which I didn't last week, so apologies again. But anyway, it would give Villa the chance to go an almighty 5 points clear with 11 games left. That's a decent lead at this point. Can they manage it? They also need to do well at the bottom part of this course. But will they do so today? Huge here. Who is going to be leading the league at the end of this week? Liverpool with the early goal. There's loads of Villa marbles. Can any of them find their way down? It's 2-0 Liverpool. Villa need a goal desperately now. Will they find one back? They won't. It's 3-0 Liverpool. Villa have been tonked here at home. This one finishes Aston Villa 0, Liverpool 3. Liverpool go top of the league. So at the end of Game Week 26, it's Liverpool who are our new leaders, 1 point ahead of Villa after a 3-0 away win over them at the end of this video. A further 5 points clear of Chelsea in third, and a further 4 points clear of Arsenal in fourth. The title race is now spreading out a little bit, probably just about still a 4-horse race, but most probably between Liverpool, Aston Villa and Chelsea by the look of it now. At the bottom of the table, with most teams at the bottom picking up at least a point this week, it's now Bournemouth who unfortunately drop into the bottom 3 again, although there are now 3 teams on 29 points, only separated by goal difference, all of which are very close as well. It's going to go to the end of this very end of the season, this one I think, guys. It's going to be tight right to the end. Anyway, if you enjoyed this one, guys, please make sure you smash like on the video. Please hit subscribe if you're not a subscriber already, and if you aren't, welcome to this one. I hope you've enjoyed it. And until next time, guys, thank you very much for watching this one, and I hope to see you back for Game Week 27 very soon indeed. Cheers all, bye!